Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I said this on multiple occasions, and I will say it, and I will be right. That is, NATO will destroy NATO. Ukraine, my bad, will attack and successfully destroy the Kerch Bridge, the Crimean Bridge. I know. Some people might not like, definitely don't like what I'm saying, but well, take a number, stay in line. There's too many. Doesn't really matter because I think they will destroy it. They will try again, and this time will successfully do it. Why? They have the means, multiple means. I have here two articles where we have the first means that is coming into play, which is the ATACMS long-range missile systems, missiles sent by the Ukrainians from the Odessa, let's put it this way, from Odessa or the Mykolaiv into the Kerch Bridge. I'm going to show you a map, and that's going to be a hit and stay, not a hit and run on the Kerch Bridge. That together with, let's say, some Neptunes, Ukrainian missiles, anti-ship missiles, if I remember correctly, and together with some Scalp / Stormy Shadow missiles coming from the Brits. So we got at least 3, plus the drones. So you got 4. The drones will not destroy the bridge, but the drones will just take care of the Russian air defense systems located to intercept these missiles, which is flooding the air defense systems of the Russian Federation. You can say, well, we'll see. And that's going to happen by July, they said. Now let's get to the first article that I have ready for you. Right here, this is from Russia Today. US ATACMS will help Ukraine attack Crimea. The Americans said that they will, in the latest, they call it aid package, the weapons they're going to use in Ukraine, they send long-range missiles, ATACMS missiles, and that's about a 300 kilometers range or radius. New York Times. Kiev, I'm using my goggles, Kiev could use the systems to put more pressure on the peninsula. The Americans said that they have no problem with the Ukrainians using those ATACMS missiles to hit Crimea. The Ukrainians can hit what the fuck ever they want because it's not them, it's someone else. According to the newspaper, US supplied Army tactical missile systems known as ATACMS will allow Ukrainian forces to target Russia's Crimean Peninsula more effectively. The New York Times has reported, citing senior Pentagon officials. Washington secretly sent Kiev an unspecified, it was not secretly, we all knew about it, it's just that they didn't report it. Secretly sent Kiev an unspecified number of long-range ATACMS last month, US officials confirmed earlier this week. Now, for the baboons out there, and there's the majority of them, how many other things they did without telling you or us? Makes you wonder. Anything they want. Geneva Convention, that's more like a, how should I put it, I don't know, guidelines, guiding some, just, how do you put that in English? I can find a word right now. That's why I'm like, how did brain fart? Suggestion. Geneva Convention for these guys, all of them, sounds like a suggestion. The ones that are involved, the ones that are not involved, they say, well, Geneva Convention, please. Suggestion, that's what it is. All right, let's move on. Let's see how the Geneva Convention works in the Middle East as we speak. So, Kiev, an unspecified number of long-range ATACMS last month, US officials confirmed earlier this week after several outlets claimed that Kiev has already begun using the weapons against Russian targets far behind the front lines. The goal, quote-unquote, of supplying Ukraine with longer-range missiles was to put more pressure on Crimea, and I'm quoting, where right now Russia has had relatively safe haven. The New York Times wrote on Thursday, citing an unnamed U.S. defense official. Can I use unnamed U.S. defense officials too in my reports here? But I can't disclose their identity. It's confidential, my man. I don't want to go to prison. And it's unethical anyway, right? Garbage. The US delivered the ATACMS missiles believed to have a range up to 300 kilometers to Ukraine as part of the $300 million arms package approved in mid-March by the idiot Biden. On Wednesday, White House National Security Advisor Weasel Jake Sullivan confirmed the delivery, but US officials have refused to comment on the exact modification and range of the weapon. You're going to find out it. On the morning of April 17th, Zelensky said his forces had attacked an airbase in Dzhankoy. That's closer after media reports alleged that Kiev used the missiles for the first time in the attack on the airfield about 165 kilometers, 103 miles from the front line. So that is Dzhankoy. So this is Ukraine. This is the Crimean Peninsula. Dzhankoy is right here. So this is where my strong hand is located. Now the Kerch Bridge is located here. I don't know if you see it from my head. Yeah, you see it. So it's right here is the Kerch Bridge. This is Dzhankoy. And they used it from, as I said, Mykolaiv, Odessa, this area. So from here to here. This is 100, how much I said, 160 kilometers. That's why it was 165 kilometers. And they can go double almost. So double, let's say from here to here, definitely is Kerch Bridge. What do you think? I think easily targeted. Dzhankoy here, ram pam pam, and the Kerch Bridge right here. Marvelous construction, by the way, but hey, must be destroyed because this guy said so. Ukraine's first received mid-range ATACMS last September. The Russian military quickly began shooting them down. All right, what can you do? Let's see. The delivery of long-range missiles to Kiev is impossible to justify. No, it's not impossible. What do you mean? They want to destroy you. Get that in your fucking thick skull. Anatoly Antonov. Is not impossible whatsoever. If they want to pull a Gaddafi on you and Putin and all these guys, what are you talking about? Get it right, get it straight. These are not your partners, they're not your competitors, they're not your opponents, they are your enemies. Do you think that they want to talk to Putin? They want a Gaddafi scheme on him. With the Russian people doing it like the Libyan people did it to Gaddafi. All right, they don't want him as Saddam Hussein, don't worry, or like Slobodan Milosevic in The Hague. No, they want something else. They want an example for Xi Jinping, for Raisi of Iran, for the Woodchuck Kim Jong-un of North Korea, or maybe what's his name, Maduro of Venezuela. They want examples, or Orban of Hungary. These are the usual suspects for these guys, or for Mr. what's his name, Fico of Slovakia. These guys work with symbolism, I'm telling you that. So he says the move by Washington increases the threat to the security of Crimea, including Sevastopol, the new Russian regions, and the Russian cities. You got that right. Now let's go to this one. This article coming from Russia Today, 28th of April, today, 2024. Moscow responds to EU diplomats' Crimean Bridge threat. US, and I'm quoting, lapdogs will whine, and quote, when the judgment day comes, Russia's deputy UN envoy has warned. So we have this big country of Lithuania, little pop-up quiz or whatever it's called. The population of Lithuania. What's the population of Lithuania? I tell you, 2.4 million people, if I remember correctly. 2.4 million people, a fucking city. But they have a big mouth as they are like the biggest dog on this planet. Why? Activated by whom? Remember, if Al Capone will not exist, let's say, I guarantee you Lithuania will be diplomatic and will be, I don't want to say balanced, but watch its mouth a little bit more. But since Al Capone is over there with the finger, this finger, on the buttons, pick, 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 these guys are tough guys. Remember, you guys in Lithuania, the population, Lietuva, you guys are going to be used by Al Capone's interest that harness Al Capone. Al Capone is just like that monster, that giant in the 300 Spartans. The guy that was chained, and then released. That's how I see United States of America. Who chained it? well, why don't you look a little bit? Yeah, exactly. And when they want to release it, and the interest, that's how United States. When he gets released, the bully boy fucks everybody out if they can. But the problem is the bully boy cannot push around China, Russia, Iran, even North Korea. Why? They deal with a little fish. With, I don't know, Libya, 4 million people. Iraq it was like 21 million people. Afghanistan, empty goats and sand and desert and mountains, and that's it. These are the countries. Oh, Yugoslavia, which was what, 7 million people. Then with Montenegro and Serbia, or 10 million people. This is what, and they always come as a package, like wolves, because they're strong. They need numbers. One-on-one, oh, no, let's use the Ukrainians. Who do you think we're going to use next? You, the Baltic states. Romania is next. Poland, definitely. Not Slovakia, not Hungary. Somehow those guys are smarter. And, what do you call those guys? Mr. Erdogan. This is not going to be used by these guys. All right, let's move on. So let's see what this guy is saying. Lithuanian ambassador to Sweden, Linas Linkevicius, a NATO guy. He was the representative of Lithuania in NATO. I will show you. And other, I'm quoting, US lapdogs will regret their gaffes, end quote. Russia's deputy representative to the UN, Dmitry Polyansky, has said in response to a veiled threat against the Crimean Bridge made by Linkevicius on social media on Saturday. He used his hooves to write over there. Linkevicius published a message on X, formerly Twitter, which featured 3 images. One of Russia's Crimean Bridge, another captured the launch of what appears to be a US-made ATACMS missile, and the third showing Russian President Vladimir Putin in a reflective mood. The caption under the images reads, and I'm quoting, "If someone hasn't had a chance to take a photo of the Kerch Bridge, it's still time." Now there he is, the message, and here is the picture of this smart guy. By the way, this is the fat fuck right there. There you go. You got a horn over there. What the fuck is wrong with you? Eat less, practice more, mofo. Anyway, so here it is, the picture. Good job, man. You're tough. These all guys are tough when they're far away and protected. But when they are, okay, mofo, go and fight these guys. Why don't you take on the tatami with Putin in a judo fight or whatever all goes fight? I guarantee you the fat fuck will give me the burger. I don't know if these guys eat burgers over there, but nevertheless, whatever. Let's move on. So the message by the ambassador of the Baltic nation, which is a member NATO state and the EU, came just days after White House security pop. Okay, we got that one. We got Polyansky's answer. It says this is, I'm quoting, servile Baltic US lapdogs. I think it fits. I think it's exactly how it is. Lapdogs, servile, yes. Rabidly bark now, but when they're pathetically whine later, when the judgment day arrives, they will pathetically whine later. Well, and then they say, well, Russia attacked Ukraine unprovoked. When you're going to have Russia, this is going to be a headline, attacked Lithuania unprovoked, remember. Is that a reason to attack them? No, but it's an imbecilic statement, I would say. But what do you want? It's like, for instance, tomorrow the Russians will, someone, I don't know, Medvedev, would post something with, I don't know, a nuclear explosion and Vilnius or Kaunas. And then it's going to do, the next one is going to be, or show some dead bodies in a field. Is that diplomatic? And he's an ambassador. Ambassador means you have to be diplomatic, not an imbecile. Like Linkovic, whatever his name is, Linkova Kapaka. But hey, he can do that. We can make fools of ourselves as much as we want. The problem is, the higher we are, the bigger the drop. All right. So let's say you have the Pope. The Pope is the highest in one organization, in one club. Now, if he makes a dumbass mistake, he can claim infallibility. Well, he says something dumb, let's say, or some Okay, he has a big drop because he's not supposed to say or say something that makes a fool of himself. I don't know. He says Lithuania is the same as Germany or something. Makes a mistake. Or a president, or this guy's he's an ambassador, diplomat. But hey, he's a let me go here to his little bio, early life. He was engineer and teacher, school, family, Kaunas, Polytechnic Institute, Lithuanian director, political career. Served as the Minister of National Defense 1993-1996, and from 2000 to 2004, he was the Lithuanian permanent representative to NATO from 2005 until 2011. There you have it. And here, oh yeah, this guy, I was waiting for this guy. This is a smart guy. Oh my God, go and look on YouTube. Mohammed Zarif, fantastic guy, intelligent as fuck. As Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, he was the foreign minister of Iran when Mahmoud Ahmadinejad was the president. Smart people screwed up all these weasel Western reporters when they rudely asked questions. Not professionally, rudely. You can push someone being, don't have to be nice, but straight to the point. But, interrupting a foreign minister, a garbage interviewer, these guys are not, how do you call them, whatever they claim to be. Journalists. So here it is, my friends. Bridge will come. Lithuania talks again with this imbecile, and his mistake or his mistakes is going to be reflected on the consequences on his nation. This is what bothers me, like Biden or Trudeau or Blinken, which is just an imbecile anyway, but he is, or let's say Sunak, which is, or Scholz, these guys, or Baerbock's, these guys' statements are just endangering their nation. But somehow they are in charge of us. How in the hell? No idea. I mean, I don't know exactly how, but hey, I think I let that known through my previous statements. What will Russia do? Well, when Lithuania is going to be the button to do something against these guys, get involved, Estonia and Latvia, Poland and Romania, then you will see. And the Russians will have no patience. They have patience with the Ukrainians because they consider themselves being, they consider Ukrainians being this kind of Polish, like under the Polish, they're Russians, that's what they say. Some say, I'm not saying that. They're like Russians just with the Polish influence. I heard that many Russians saying that. Nevertheless, they call the Ukrainians as Malo Russians, the Malenki, Malo, the small Russians, or whatever they call them. They are Slavic closest to the Russians, I think, genetically. I don't know if they're not the same. Anyway, the language is a little bit different, but they understand one another just fine. So they will not have the same patience with the Poles, with the Romanians, and definitely with the Baltic states that get themselves deeper in doo-doo. And if these guys are going to make the wrong move, the Russian attacks will be swift and I think decisive. Why? Because of people like Link Vignews or whatever his name is, or like Tusk and other imbeciles. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.